Welcome back, guys, to part 3, Act 3. And what I actually kind of want to do right now is talk to Johan and actually go check out on the town. So let's go see what we got for rewards. So it looks like we're getting some sort of wages. We have 150 an hour, and then we get 26 per hour or something like that. I don't know if we, I've gotten that much ore, but it looks like that's what we got for our resource. And so it looks like we have treasury gold of 1. But what we can also do is we can visit the area, and I'm curious to see kind of what else has evolved, as sometimes you have to go check on certain things for your league mechanic. Let's see, is there any other things we can do here? So we can get town improvements. Oh, we need more of the ore, and they're actually farming the ore. And I don't know if we have to actually claim the ore. Let's see. So we can upgrade this. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade it. And what else can we do? We have extra miners to actually, we can buy more miners. And then let's see if we can get more people to do the mining. Town recruitment, hire workers. Alright, so we have 1,000 gold, so we're going to hire all these workers. And we can send them to the mines, right? So we can send more people to the mines. Okay.
One more
so
for the mines.
Now we've added, I don't know what this treasury is. Let's go add like, I don't know, this 200. I don't know exactly what this is. Oh, so it completes in some sort of time. You can see over in the map over here, it's going to take 47 minutes to complete it, and then we're going to get all these materials. Okay, so can we add even more? Okay, so I'm guessing how that works is perhaps after the gold runs out, they're going to keep on working. I'm not actually 100% positive, but there's also the shipment, which requires ore. So it looks like we have to get ore to progress. And if you want to progress, that's the way to progress in the game. But let's go ahead and now actually start Act 3, as that is something that we kind of need to look into because it's part of the new league. So we're almost done with all of our trials, which is going to be great. So at the very beginning, we can talk to all the NPCs. It doesn't really matter too much. But we're going to go ahead and go up and exit over where we pretty much came in. So we're going to go to the slums, and then we're going to try to get the sewer keys. So let's go ahead and get started. So now we're going to go look for Tolman in the Crematorium and just keep it going. So we're eventually going to get to the sewers.
I'm not up to that just yet.
We're going to have to complete the quest. And very soon we're going to be able to get the double strikes, and that's going to significantly increase our damage. And this one is the one where we always want to activate it. We can kind of check out the rewards as well. But after Act 3, we're going to be able to get a huge, and I mean huge, power spike in the defense category. So now we have our lightning that will come down. Didn't look like we got anything cool as far as a reward, but having this little lightning that comes down is great. It just eliminates most of the stuff as we progress. So we're looking for the Crematorium. Alright, here it is, the Crematorium. So we're going to enter the Crematorium, and now, I like how that grabs a waypoint for us. That's awesome. We didn't really get insane value off that lightning, though. But yeah, we're going to work towards that, and we're going to double check on our accuracy rating. It's 919. Okay, so we got to watch that. But we'll also kind of get accuracy as we go along in the game, because Dex just gives us accuracy as well. How's the update? I like it. I think it's good. Hopefully cheap Headhunter this season. Yeah, last season it was super cheap to get it. And what Headhunter is it's an item that makes it so when you kill a elite, you basically get its abilities for a set duration. Really powerful item. It's one of the most powerful items in the entire game, and it was super cheap last season. So yeah, if it's cheap this season too, that'd be excellent. So we need this area for the Trial of Ascendancy.
On the night of
so we're going to do that. And then we are going to do the trial. Now this trial over here, how it works is there's like this fire that comes up, and you want to not stand in the fire because that makes you take damage. You want to hit these little levers, and it's going to open up these doors. Since I have Vitality, I can kind of just walk through it. That's why I like having Vitality. It's great. That's the life regen one. If you want to upgrade it, I actually don't even think it's that bad at all.
Allow your wisdom to be
I think it's definitely
by
worth
the
getting.
flames of the past.
In fact, I mean, we could remove, since we're about to get even more damage over here, we could actually maybe remove, like, the Herald, and I'm going to get more into Vitality. Just because I think it's more valuable. Later, we can go back into it, but right now, I feel like my damage is okay. Let me see what this is going to be dropping for rewards. And remember how we right-clicked on the Vitality before? Now I kind of want to level it up. It's not like we really need to, but the amount of damage that we gain right now is so minimal from the other thing. I'd rather just have more HP. Well, more regen. This guy was just super tanky. Alright, so we got more Lightning Strike. Then with our skill points, what we're going to try to shoot for right now is this this one over here, where non-vol strikes strike an additional nearby enemy. So basically we get double attacks. It's so amazing. It's super, super good. We're going to rush that, and then we'll make a play from there. But yeah, let's go continue now. So we actually have 2 quests here. So we just did the trial, and then we need to find the person for the quest in here in the crematorium. And that will give us the sewer keys. I'm gonna be playing the First Ascendant. You know, there's an update in just a couple days. I'll still be playing the game for the next probably 1 day at least. I'll be playing a lot of Path of Exile. The first like 2 days, I played this game like no life, man. It's so fun the first few days just because it's a brand new experience. Where with First Ascendant, or just like Diablo for example, also kind of just waiting for some new content, and there is going to be new content for Diablo, Path of Exile. All these games are getting updates all like this month, man. It's crazy how good of a year this year is for gaming. With the Diablo expansion coming around just the corner too, man. It's gonna be awesome. All right. So grab the crafting recipe over here.
And that's why no one will miss you.
So attack once and move.
Ego.
Oh yeah, we need to upgrade our heal. That's a lot of damage. We're gonna need to get some more resistances later, and we will.
This is how the
But we also need to get a lot more accuracy. Okay, we're gonna do this one, and then we talk to Tolman, and he's gonna drop this. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to town, and we're actually going to exit through the sewers because we're gonna get an item called the sewers key. This could be an upgrade. Let's see. Oh, unfortunately, not very high in damage, but let's see. Well, I think this is our main skill right now, anyways, which we could move it actually over here. This way. You can swap it to check the numbers. So if we look at Lightning Strike right now, its DPS is 1207, and if we swap to this, which we can't because we don't have the int required, I think the other one's just going to be a lot more damage. Actually, what is it? Elemental is 9 to 15. One has way more, yeah. This one does give us a bunch of accuracy, which is quite nice to have as well. Let's go and get rid of some of these things. Let's see if we got movement speed on boots. Nope. Talk to the NPCs. We get a reward over here. So we could run Grace. This is a huge source of survivability. If we need more damage, we can get Hatred. But as far as right now goes, we can go level up Grace. It's not bad.
There is nothing else.
Don't do anything. You getting by.
But if you want more defenses in specifically getting more evasion rating, that is an area where you get a massive amount. So we're selling some items that we don't need.
There you go.
Let's just get rid of these. Okay, we actually can upgrade our potion too. Let's see if we get a better amulet. Nope, not a better amulet. We can get rid of like a lot of these things that are just kind of hogging up inventory. And if we want to go back to Frostblades at some point, we can. Just want to get rid of all these things because I don't need to hoard all this garbage. What is it? Oh, 3% in cold, increased cold damage. Let's go ahead and sell those things. and just continue. And then we're going to talk to Clarissa. She's going to give us the sewer keys.
See you.
We can also talk to the other NPC here, which will
Goodbye.
be something that you will engage with later. And now we aren't going to go back through here. Instead, we're going to go and exit through the town because this is actually faster. If you go this way, there's some PvP, but it's not really required. If I play Baldur's Gate 3, yes, King, we have played Baldur's Gate 3. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is a really cool game. I'm honestly not a fan of the combat, but like the idea and the creativity of that game is what really makes that game awesome. Well, also what we could do, we can actually show off how to use some of the currency in the game on our Quicksilver flasks. Now, these are really low level. If I hold Alt, it'll tell me the item level, which is really low, so it may not be able to roll like these specific things that I may want. But we can convert a normal item into a magic item. Flask cannot roll to be rare, but you can get unique ones. What this is going to do is going to add some stats to the thing. So now we have immune to freeze. That's excellent. We're going to keep that one. This one, we're getting immunity to freeze as well. But this one has less duration. They both actually have less duration. This one has increased charge recovery, so I'm going to keep this one. This one only has one stat, and I don't really want these two stats, so I can use an Orb of Alteration, which re-rolls the magic properties of the item. Ideally, what we would get is some sort of immune to bleed, and it removes bleed. So we got elemental resistances usable, and then we can slam a Orb of Augmentation, which is going to give it another stat. So Flask can have basically two stats on it. Like this one has elemental resistances, and it's missing another one, so I can add another stat, which is plus 18 charges. Cool. And we just got a small little upgrade like that. Now you can upgrade the other flasks too if you want, but for the most part, those ones will get replaced as we kind of play. But the Quicksilver ones, we can hold on to these for a lot longer. Is PoE easy to get into if you've never played? So right now, Boylan, if you want to start, I have a beginner's guide. And check that one out, man. It'll be really good. It's over on YouTube since you're watching on TikTok. Yeah, it's a full-on beginner's guide, which is what we're doing right now. So right now we're in the sewers, and we want to try to pick up these 3 platinum busts. You're going to have to kind of click on it. It's a quest item, and it will give you a skill point. But what you ideally want to try to look for on a flask is to have immunity to freeze, as well as like remove bleeding. Attack once and kind of move. And then what else level up? Grace. We can just level this up. We're not even using it right now, but we're going to use it later, potentially. So there's another platinum bust. We need 3 of these to actually finish the quest. And it's going to give us a skill point. You can also get a hideout right here, if you do want. It's just a different skin hideout. We're going to talk more about hideouts later. You don't really need one like ASAP. But I showed you guys how to get it. You just find the little fleur-de-lis and you go to the area. But we're still missing 1 platinum bust. It could be over there. It also could be over here. Hopefully we won't have to backtrack, but if we do, that's part of action RPGs. The endurance belt? Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, the chain of endurance? Yeah, it's nice for like the thorns damage that it's providing. Alright, so there's the league mechanic, but again, we're looking for the platinum bus. It's pretty fast to do the mechanic. After we get the double strikes, we're going to actually have to go over here because we didn't get all of the platinum bus. Hopefully it's right here, otherwise we might have to go back over there. But yeah, there's 3 of them, and you just have to uncover them. Cassie over here, this is random if it spawns in, but what that is it's introducing a new mechanic, but we'll talk more about some of those mechanics later. In my personal opinion, it's not really worth doing some of those earlier on, but now we have the last platinum bus, and we are going to take that to the NPC. And right now, since I'd have to walk back to the waypoint, I could just exit the game and reload in. Depending on your computer speed or internet speed, it's better to go back in. But now we're going to get a skill point quest, and now we have 2, and we're almost there at getting the double. It's this one over here. And we're going to get a bunch of attack speed too, so it's like a nice win. And then on top of that, we're going to get more attack speed here and more accuracy, because we're going to get to the point where our accuracy right now is... Ooh. Oh, you know what? It's not counting our buffs. So we're going to go back to the sewers here, because our buff over here is only active outside of town, and our accuracy rating is 969. So we're like really close. We may actually want to level the precision up one more time. It's going to take up a little bit more mana. Same thing with that. But I'm going to keep clarity of this level. I can't even level it up anyways, but we're going to access that area later. We have to get, like, this other quest item. I don't know why it's showing up as a quest item there. Because we've already finished this. But let's keep it going. So the next step is to get to the Catacombs. But we're going to need one more thing. Oh, I didn't really explain masteries, but we technically already got one. But when you put enough skill points, basically once you get the big node on all of these little like passives, you can then take what's called a mastery, and then just this one gives us plus 30 to life. It's kind of a newer thing that got added in Path of Exile. It's a really cool system. But now we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the fourth one, we're going to be able to get the bonus. Basically getting the attacks to activate twice, which is going to be big DPS increase. I'm really excited about that. Grab some of these little scrolls and stuff. Is Path of Exile in the older game? Yeah, it came out in, I believe, 2012. They have been updating the game, though. But it doesn't really feel that bad, like, in terms of it being, like, an old game. I'm still really enjoying the game. Alright, here we come over to the Catacombs. So Catacombs, over here, we're going to be getting a Trial of an Ascendancy, and all of this will make sense later. There's a lot of these trials that you got to get done, but eventually, you will be able to get a super class, and it's going to be pretty big. Our first one is massive. I don't know what this is. This is... What do I have to do? Is it like defend the thing? Oh, okay. Oh, it is playing like some sort of defense. So I have to protect the tree. The less HP that the thing has, the less gold I guess we get. It's a pretty fast mechanic, and I like that. I don't like these mechanics sometimes where it takes 2 or 3 minutes, but nonetheless, we are here, and we have the Trial of Ascendancy. And with Vitality, we can kind of just face tank a little bit. We've got to kind of sit here and rotate with these spitting saw blades. And we're good. We're a crafting recipe now. You've always wanted to play it, but you're confused. Yeah, watch someone's guide. If you want to watch mine, awesome. But if you don't want to watch mine, watch someone else's. We have one last one over here. And then we're going to be able to get our super class. And our super class is going to make our build so much tankier. We're going to have to drop either Vitality or something, but it's going to be way worth it. But our second one is honestly kind of weak in the very beginning until we get either Ignite or some bigger chance to freeze. No? It's like 1 HP. There we go.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Because currently, right now, we don't have any chance to activate a Ignite. Which is how we would get a huge, massive damage bonus. And then it would make our second one really good. Because you can ascend a total of 4 times. The third ascendancy is going to be like the biggest for us, but we could skip out on requiring to get to the third one and just get the first 2 and the first 2. It's just the very first one we're not going to get a huge bonus. Ancient graffiti.
There is nothing.
Okay. So we can actually just go back over here. We could have actually just TP'd back. Oh, there's a strongbox over here. Let's go open up this because it's a rare one. Oh, we got the frozen one. Unlucky. The worst one is when you get frozen and then detonates and you're just instantly dead. No matter how good you are, unless you have some sort of immunity, you are gone. But later we're going to be getting freeze immunity. It's just right now, if we die, it doesn't matter. We're not playing hardcore. It's okay if you die. We may die through our playthrough too. Where's the last guy? So how these work is you have to kill all the enemies. Oh, there it is. It's this one for sure. All that? Oh, okay. Well, we got maybe a sword upgrade, but I doubt it. It's really hard to beat what we have. Oh, 59 to 102. Actually, this might be an upgrade. Let's check out our damage over here. So our damage is 17. Oh, wow, that was actually an upgrade. Cool. Very rare, honestly, to get upgrades. I'm glad we're off of that weapon because it's just a really slow weapon. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to go... It's usually to the left of this waypoint. So from the marketplace, we went into the Crematorium, got the Trial of Ascendancy completed, and then we are on our very last trial for the normal difficulty, so to speak. It's called like the normal lab. Okay, let's go open up this another strongbox. There's the detonates corpses. I think this is the fast one, yeah. What levels the enemies? 26 for 20. Okay, that's not too bad. As long as you're not like 5 levels higher, the XP isn't that bad. Oh, we got a 4 link. It's kind of nice. Then we have our bonus of little meteors that come down. I love them. Let's go. Because they basically delete most of the stuff. And sometimes when you open up the map, it does kind of tell you kind of where to go. It's not always 100% accurate. It looks like there's another quest item over here. The ornate chest is almost always spawns right next to it. But we can pick that up. It's used for something else. Alright. So yeah, it's usually right before you enter the area called the battlefronts. And usually what we want to do is hug the left side of the area here. And so we're going to be getting a reward from another quest very soon. That's some big damage that we took. Yeah, if we get the extra bark skin, it's going to make the experience way smoother. So go ahead and grab that. Which one do we get? We got the meteors again. Awesome. I love the meteors. Come down and just basically one-shot most of this stuff. Let's grab the waypoint. Always to the left of the waypoint will be this quest, and we're gonna get this item over here.
Yo Slay, thanks for the awesome content.
Oh, thank you,
Started the lead
Matt.
with your playthrough this morning. Having a blast. Keep
Awesome.
it up.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Let me give you Katana Flip for your awesome sub. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it once again. Arigato, my friend. But it's time to continue. We go from the battlefronts. We can go to the docks. There's actually a few different areas that you can go to. We don't really need to go to the docks at the moment. What we're going to go towards is a different area. We can get another item later over there. So that area is going to be up to the left. I want to go do the ribbon spool first. Am I doing SSF? No. SSF is solo self-found. Are there any cool holy paladin builds? You can build whatever you want in this game, Shantizi. If you have like a certain class fantasy, whether it's like a sword shield, holy, warrior, if you like the paladin from Diablo 2, you can do that. You can run a bunch of auras. This game has the most flexibility with freedom in terms of like your class design. Like you could run a Captain American build. If you want to play like with claws like Wolverine and do like, spins, you want to summon tornadoes, you could do anything. This is the ultimate game for like whatever you want, to be honest. There used to be a build where you would just explode yourself on the bosses, and you would die, but you would also kill the boss. That build has been nerfed, but other than that, you can pretty much do any sort of build in this game. Like that's like the one thing, if you just wanted to self-delete yourself into the enemies. It's only really useful for like super late in-game bosses, but that was one build that got nerfed. But with the exception of that, you basically do whatever you want. If you want to, like, if you have a favorite like superhero from the comics or whatever, or if you played like Diablo and you want like a very specific, like you want to play a summoner, you can't really play a transformer. Like you can't be like a druid right now. In Path of Exile 2, you can transform. But I'd say that's the one exception also, maybe. There's probably a couple more exceptions, but for the most part, like, you can do whatever you want. If you want to use a bow, if you want to summon, ballista totems. The sky is really the limit with Path of Exile. holding shift to attack. Oh, yeah, we can do that. You can also always make it attack or whatever. Always attack without moving. You can set this up. And that way you never have to touch the shift button again, which is an option. It works okay with this skill. So it makes it so it will automatically always attack. And this is more useful for later in the game. When you get the strikes activate twice, because there's a very specific area that you want to actually attack in. This is the little like tower defense game. See if we can save the tree. Okay, there we go. The thing is done. So the tree does not give you a aura. So I don't think I'm going to do the tree ones too often. I mean, they're fast to do. It's only like, you know, a few seconds. Then those, like, ghosts go away really fast. Or do they turn into this? Is that what happened? So what we need to do eventually is get either crit or a chance to ignite or inflict ailments. That will give us a little bit more flexibility. There's a couple different rings that can actually do ignite, and that will actually add a lot more damage. That's probably what I can shoot for, and then on the second one we can actually get a lot more damage. Because right now our big source of bonuses are going to be defensive stats, and I'll show you what that looks like when we get like the bark skin. So we can choose any amulet. It doesn't really matter, but since I already running a jade one, we can run another jade amulet. So it's going to give us, let's see, we got dex int. What is our current one? We have dex, some small amount of damage, and 3 to resistances. This one's giving us a little bit more, and it's giving us extra int. It's like, okay, it's still not what I would consider like really good at all. But anyways, now that we've talked to Dialla, we are going to go to the left, and then we're going to search for a decanter thing. And we could also go to back to the battlefront, because it's like kind of like the hub area over here.
I'm not up to that just yet.
This is the area of the docks, I believe. Let's see. Okay, this way. We go over here. There's another one of these. Let's upgrade the HP one, and this one we're going to do. These ones I just think they're worth doing, because even though it slows you down, you get something that speeds you up. And then this way we're still doing the mechanic while not really losing speed, which is important. Is this Diablo 2? No. This is Path of Exile. So now that we've completed that, we get our nice little buff. Ah, so I understand how those ghosts work now. They actually make these kind of like a mini arch nemesis. There's the tinctures. Although I'm not sure how good these tinctures are in the late game if you don't like invest in them. I want to definitely try. This thing might be quite challenging. Let's see. Take this thing down. Nice. And 2 more, and we're going to get big damage boost. So what we're looking for in the docks is specifically an item. Oh, there it is, right here. The sulphite. Oh, we have no room. Let's go grab this. And a lot of the items that we're like interested in purchasing, I don't know if you guys remember, but we bought this for like 1 chaos orb. It's probably only like 1 orb of alchemy by now. As time goes on, things get cheaper and cheaper in the game, in most cases. But we already got the item we need, so we're going to leave this area. We can just portal out over here. Okay. Let's Let's see what this is. Oh, there we go. We get 12. Oh, we have 88 increased elemental damage with melee weapons. That is a huge bonus. I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like for like numerical stats. It's actually quite nice. We also have these boots that we can go for. And then now we're going to go take this item back to Dialla.
You have the death.
You can actually do it in any order. It doesn't really matter too much. But I like to just get the waypoint right there. The reason why is like the map is already open and it's usually easier to go back through the docks, but it doesn't really matter too much which way you do it in. And then now we're gonna go back into the sewers and the area that was blocked off that I mentioned. Now we go back. This is why this game's confusing, and honestly I feel like it's kind of too hard for like most people. It's like there's so many things where like if you haven't played the thing, how are you supposed to know you gotta go like backwards in certain areas? It probably tells you if you read and follow the quest lines, but you know, the average player is just like skip, 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 you know, I wanna get to the gameplay, right? So how much more damage does this actually add? Oh, that sounds like... Dang. That's a 50% more damage now that we've added this tincture. That's crazy, but it has this thing where it's going to absorb the mana by a crazy amount. And I don't like that. Ooh, a Chaos Orb. Really good. We're going to keep on leveling up Grace. Wonder if we get enough mana leech if we just like upkeep it 100% of the time. But I think how it works is it's just going to cost more and more mana. Because the tinctures are actually very, very strong. I mean, imagine running double of these. You can run double tinctures. I think how they're supposed to be designed. Oh, I'm going to skip out the tree ones. How they're designed is more than likely supposed to be like, okay, you're coming up to a boss, you pop it, you get your big damage, and then you reset. Especially with the Warden, which is the brand new Ascendancy class. And now it's on cooldown. Because we didn't have the ability to afford the mana cost for it. Oh, this one explodes. Let's move away from it. It's not bad. Like in terms of design, it's going to be much better for bosses. Let's see if we can go up here. Yeah, we can. A lot of times you can teleport up, and here's the boss coming up. And he's going to curse us with flammability, so we're going to take a massive amount of fire damage. If you have fire resistance, now would be good to put it on, but it should be okay. Because we did help Alira. That's why I always do it for like beginner guides. Alira is just so much better. But yeah, these things do incredible amounts of damage, so just be kind of cautious on them. Okay, so I see how they're trying to make the game. They're trying to make it like a very active sort of playstyle, but if we eliminated him and we're going to keep on going.
Without men like you, Gravitas, this land might just start healing itself.
There is an optional quest that is very, 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 very good to get, and we're going to do it. It's really good for beginners as well, because it's going to give us access to basically most of the gems in the game. This is not Diablo 3. When is Piety 2 coming out? We have no official release date, but there is going to be a beta at the end of this year. We don't have exactly when, but my guess is probably like November, December. December would actually be great, or November at this point, because I thought Diablo's expansion was going to come out. Oh wow, we are hit with shock, ignite. We're taking a lot of damage. Alright. But now, instead of shooting out 3, because right now with our lightning strike we shoot out 3 projectiles, right? Now it's going to shoot out more because we have additional projectile. So boom, you get that? More projectile. Ooh, now we shoot out 4. Later we're going to get some piercing, but the next skill is like the biggest damage spike that we're going to be getting for a while. Nice, lightning strike leveled up too.
My mana is gone.
We got the meteors. That's what I consider the best one. Once we activate that, we're just going to rush through and hope that it just eliminates most of the stuff. Now, does it give us like flask charges? Let's see. Oh, this is also freezing us as soon as we activate it. Okay, it does count as killing the enemies. Now there are these other like retaliate gems that we can maybe mess around with too once we get like a good claw and then block. That's kind of what we want to shoot for, is a good claw, and then we can run just a bunch of like free shock and ignite chances. There's a few rings that could probably give us that. There's one called the Taming that's pretty good. Oh. But I actually kind of like this tincture for damage. It's actually proving to be pretty good. Let's see if we got an upgrade here. Definitely not. But it gives us +1 to level of melee socketed gems, which is okay. For spells in this game and how it works in Path of Exile is like the spell like levels matter a lot, but the ranks to like a lot of the melee skills give you like, you know, 5% here ish, maybe 5-10%. Not too big. But for spells, again, it is actually pretty massive.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Alright, now we're in Lunar's Temple level 2. So we're just going to keep on going.
Piety, you've so much to answer for.
PC only? No, this game is not PC only. It is available on console as well. You saw the monk gameplay? Oh, we're talking about for PoE 2. Oh, we got a two stone ring. These are nice to pick up because they'll always give you 2 resistances. Very good if you need to get more resistances. So the next level, level 32, could be very nice. But hopefully we can actually, wondering if we can get more than 1 additional ignite. Does anyone know if that works with the new ascendancy? Like I know you get 1 additional ignite, but can you get multiple stacks of additional ignites? I think it's called Ember Wake, which is a ring. That might actually be good for our build. So now it has like base ignite too. So the reason why we want ignite is because ignite will give us basically a condition where we're going to give our enemies negative resistances. So it'll take so much more damage. Dead end. That's unlucky. Let's try to go over to the up and to the right over here. Another dead end. Looks like maybe we'll just go straight over here. This next level will be amazing. Our helmet is pretty weak too, so let's see if we get a upgrade. Oh, we just got an upgrade on our flask too. Let's go ahead and identify it. Let's get rid of the old one. And if we want to like upgrade these, that's like an option. These, we can use this, let's see. Recover additional for non-full life. Let's see if this ring is good too. We got int, fire, cold damage, and 8 life. I mean, it's better than that, so it'll balance out our resistances. So our resistances are 62 fire. So we're not doing too bad for resistances. You definitely don't want them to be negative. They can get to the negative point. As you progress in the game, it will kind of change. Go replace that.
My mana is gone.
It looks like as soon as we swap that flask, it just deleted our mana. Let's see if this is any good. Nope. So 350. What do we have with this one? Oh, it's the same. And later you can get flasks that actually do both. They'll give you life and HP. But eventually, how I like to play the game for the end game is we don't even have to push the flasks. Everything is all automatically activated. There's these things called the instilling orbs, and basically we just don't have to push the button anymore, which is awesome. They will automatically activate when the time is well, it's mainly when they reach full charges, which is basically you just kill enemies and it'll be pretty much 100% uptime with very, very minimal effort. And it's really hard to upkeep the tincture, I've noticed. Oh, nice. Just got the level up. But with that bark skin, we're gonna have to actually replace. Okay, let's see what we got. Because bark skin is going to reserve 25% of our maximum mana. But I think we're good on vitality. What is it giving us right now? 29 life per second. Oh, this is our big upgrade. So we're going to click right here and get non-vol strike skills, strike an additional nearby enemy, which is awesome. Makes things go so much faster. Oh man, I can really feel the power difference. It's great. More red. Hopefully we get a 4-linked item soon. We're probably going to be able to get a 4-linked like helmet or gloves, which would be very, very cheap.
It's selfishness. You betrayed.
You guys see the damage? Holy. It just went up like crazy. So as far as this boss goes with Piety, she's not too difficult. She just kind of moves around a little bit. We need the tower key, and we are good. Alright, so our next step is to actually go back. So basically you just kill her for the key. And then we are now going to go back to another area. And we are going to go to... what is it? We can talk to one of these for like a reward. So we can get another skill if we want to. Let's see, is there anything cool? Because sometimes they do update what you can get. It's not really anything in here that I really want. Does this require a shield? Let's see if we can run this thing.
You have claimed Kalguur. Go with courage.
Can we run this charged dash? Alright.
Be careful.
I think this one you have to like hold down. It's not very good. So we've got another passive point over here.
Have fun.
With I believe it is Piety's Pets. Yes, we get a skill point from that one. So we're gonna get that, and we're also gonna check our accuracy before I decide to commit to putting in whatever we're putting in for the points. So now we're gonna go back to the Ebony Barracks, and we're gonna try to hug the right side. There should be a little entrance onto an area. So our accuracy rating is 12. Okay, so we're still good by like 300. Which is excellent.
I'm not up to that.
So yeah, it should be to the right of the Ebony Barracks. You're going to get to the Imperial Gardens, and there's a couple things to do over here. As a Diablo player, you will kill Piety? Definitely not. I mean, you can try, man, but I promise you it's going to be a very, very rough ride if you don't happen to have a guide. But since we have enough, we can get more defensive stats if we want to. We could also maybe grab this, because I'm going to eventually remove Clarity. So we're not going to get this mana regen, but instead we're going to get this attack damage leech just mana, and that will kind of solve some problems. We can also get this, does this have life? Well, eventually we're going to get another like armor if we want to. But what this is, it says it gives us increased maximum life if there are no life modifiers on your equipped body armor. So usually that would be flat life, but it can actually count other things. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. It says no life modifiers. Now it says on full life you get this bonus. Now will this work? Well, a lot of times with Path of Exile you kind of need to do some experimenting. So you can see this one over here. If there's no life modifiers, will it work? We'll go ahead and find out. We go from 920 to 1010. So that actually did work. We got like 100 HP from that. So that was definitely nice. Now later if I get a body armor though, I may need to actually remove that one. Otherwise it's a wasted stat point. So some of the life modifiers, they don't really specify. Like that one, if you're thinking, oh, well, it just says no life modifiers. There's other things that aren't just flat life that still will count. Okay, this area, you got to be careful with the porcupines. So these guys, they're called porcupines. When you kill them, they do explode, and they will do massive amounts of damage. And they hit for physical damage, and we have pretty much no physical mitigation, because that comes with getting armor. So those things can be a little bit dangerous. Just if you see a bunch of them, be cautious on eliminating all of them like instantly, because that can cause you to pop yourself. This will be a pretty good amount of armor potentially. We don't need that. There's a lot of garbage here. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Let's see if this wild leather is any good. Well, we have 10% increased movement speed. What else does it give us? We have some life, evasion, strength. I mean, this is actually pretty decent. We do lose some movement speed, but I think that it overall is probably worth it. Usually I am like never get rid of movement speed. It's fine. I can get another one of those gems later. I'm not going to use that Herald of Ice till way later. But just for all the other stats on it, I think that the item is worth it. Even though most of the time I hate giving up attack speed. So we'll get the waypoint over here, because we're going to actually do a couple things here. Now what we're going to do right now is we're going to collect these 4 golden pages at the area over here called the library. So this is where Path of Exile gets crazy in terms of like, I'm telling you guys how to follow a guide. And the reason why is if you didn't have a guide, you wouldn't know about this little secret that we're about to kind of go over. Keep it going, go as fast as possible.
I'm not up to that yet.
I mean, it's a small chance, but if it rolls like really good for like elemental damage, that's what we want. We want basically like triple elemental damages on it. Ideally, that's what you would try to shoot for. So we're going to talk to Siosa. He's going to tell us to find these golden pages, but they're not even in this room. We also have another skill point, and what were we going for? Oh, that's right. We're checking out our actual like accuracy. So we're at 1296 now. So I think we're still like relatively okay. So we have a couple options. We just got extra HP. Now, if you need more HP, there is some HP over here, and there's also a blood drinker, which gives you recover life on kill, which is nice. There's also this that will give you mana and life leech. It's kind of up to you what you want to. I want the fastest clear speed, so I'm going to get this projectiles pierce 2 additional targets, which is very nice. So that way, our clear speed is going to be so much smoother in terms of killing the small stuff. It's going to be excellent.
My mana is gone.
What's cool with that, with the tinctures, you can actually re-roll them. But if we do want to invest into heavy amounts of damage, we could actually look at the tinctures. I may actually look into them. Now, I mean, I got lucky and I just had this one drop. And this is still in the earlier stages of the game. But the fact that we can get like basically 50% of our damage just with that thing is pretty crazy. So what we're looking for is for a loose candle on a wall. This is a quest where, again, it's just kind of difficult if you didn't know it existed. And the reason why we want to do this quest, which is technically an optional quest, it's going to give us access to basically almost all the skill gems that we want until like really later in the game. And it's very helpful. That way if we get a brand new chest armor or something that's like a 4 linked, we can get a nice little upgrade. because I have one Chaos Orb right now, and we could definitely get like some sort of helmet or something that would be much better than what we've got right now. Let's grab the essences, as I like these for two stone rings. Grab this. Lactonio Caress. Ah, I appreciate the offer. Those aren't too bad. Gives you 15% attack speed. Gives you that a power frenzy charge. So okay, here's what we need: loose candle. I appreciate it, Ryzen, but I'm gonna do this playthrough without, well, at least complete the entire campaign without taking any items, because I don't want people to be like, oh, he got items. Although that item isn't really expensive. I mean, it's like probably 1 chaos, but just because I don't want anyone. I actually don't need that item. I actually run Ondars. I think Ondars is the better, cheaper option. Oh, is this prayer just asking? No, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I do appreciate always the help, the team play. So what we're doing right now in the archives is we're gonna look for these 4 golden pages. But how's your league going, Ryzen? You get anything good yet? So far I've gotten 2 chaos orbs, which isn't really super out of the ordinary. It's like nothing crazy. If we got 1 divine orb, 1 divine orbs pretty much starts out at like 100 chaos orbs. And it's not too uncommon to get 1 divine orb in your playthrough. I'd say it's about like a 50-ish% chance. Streamer privileges? Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of people do, you got a tabula? Oh, nice. By just playing? That's pretty nice. So a tabula rasa is an item that doesn't have any stats. It's a chess piece, and it gives you 6 white sockets, which means you can put in any colors. But if we had that, we would definitely run it. Like, that's a really good item. I had 1 playthrough where I did get one in, it was in Act 1. Cool. No currency, not even 1 chaos? Dang. Alright, so now we have all of the 4 golden pages. You just have to click on them. This part isn't really hard. The main thing that is actually the difficult part is specifically finding that little candle part. But now we're gonna go, oh. Let's see. I didn't grab the waypoint in the library. You 100% want the waypoint for the library, but it's just right over here. So it's not like a very far walk. Man, getting this additional tincture was definitely a huge DPS boost. But we're gonna get even more DPS when we get 2 copies of Thessalio's sign. That'll be massive. Our damage is just gonna go through the roof once we get those 2 rings. And then we're done with cold resistance for the entirety of the game. So now we gotta go. It's so weird because it shows that we have the waypoint like right there, like as far as the vision, and the new update was supposed to give you the waypoints as soon as you were like close to it, but I guess we were just like a millimeter off. But now we're gonna give him those golden pages, and you'll see now we have access. Well, first we're gonna get a gem here, so we can get fortify support, which can actually work with our build. It's not bad at all. You can also get Ice Bite, which will give you frenzy charges. Hypothermia is okay too. Second Wind will give you basically 2 dashes. I'm gonna go for this. It just gives you a small amount of like more damage, but it gives you fortification, which gives you damage reduction. If I hold Alt, it'll kind of give me an idea on like what it will do, but it's okay. It's just like defense and offense, so that'll be like a nice thing to have. So now we're gonna get 3 piercings on our attack now. Now we are going to go back to the Imperial Gardens. We're going to get the final Trial of Ascendancy, and then we're going to fight the final boss of Act 3. And then we're going to get our superpower in the next one, and we can maybe try to go for maybe some armor, as we're doing this one pretty fast. The first few acts just definitely take a lot longer. So with the key, we can now open up the door over here. Ritual Scepter of God. You can bypass going, just by going through the door. You don't have to wait for it to open up.
Why do we insist on building mountains? Why not just go and climb them?
So these little bubbles mean that you have to get in the inside if you want to do actual damage. Otherwise, there's no fun. So we got a precision gem leveled up. But yeah, awesome defense is coming very soon. I'm really excited about these extra defenses. Ooh, that's a 4 Link. Now, is it better than this? Well, I really like that we get to move fast. So I usually keep Fox Shade until like Act 7. You can keep it until the end game. There's nothing else that's going to beat it in terms of speed because it's kind of an awkward stat to get on your chess piece. There's very few things in the entire game that will give you movement speed on your chess piece. So that's why I go for this item early on, because a lot of the time in Path of Exile is honestly walking from point A to point B. There's a lot of that. Oh, actually, you know what we need to do? One thing that's important, and I just remembered it, which is fine because we're just at the start of it. So what you want to do actually from the Imperial Gardens is you will actually want to get a Trial of Ascendancy done. So it'll probably be, my guess is this way. So we need to do the Trial of Ascendancy. This will be the final one. So it's right over here. It's usually to the left, I want to say, because it's always set up in this sort of a thing. So this area, they shoot out these little darts. If you want to go with the crafting recipe, it's here. It gives you all attributes, but it's like a rank 1. And then we just talk to this, and this will put us back. And to save time, instead of... I'll show you guys a cool trick over here as well, since we kind of like sort of backtrack. So since we went back, and our portal is still right there, right? Because I used the waypoint. What you can do is you can now go back through your waypoint to go back to town, and your portal is still up, and then you can go back. But ideally, you technically do this before we open up the door, because I kind of just remember that now, but it's fine. We didn't really lose any progress, and our goal is to go up. Okay, not down. Okay, there we go. Going up. Fight the boss. Okay, get inside the bubble. This one's really tanky. Oh, it has what's called Consecrated Ground, which underneath it heals them. Oh, here's Charge Dash, by the way. So it kind of shoots out like a ghost, and if you hold it down and then you let go, it'll teleport you to the ghost. It's kind of a cool skill. It just takes forever for it to go through, so no one really uses it. Now, you could probably get some sort of gem to speed it up, but... What is that chest piece looking like? Ooh, it's got 50-50 on evasion, but right now we're getting like, I don't know, it's like plus 1,000 evasion or something like that. It's a huge amount. So another thing, we're gonna get like double the amount of evasion from our body armor, and we'll spec into the defenses eventually. We get defense and something called spell suppression, which will reduce the damage that we take from spells. Super helpful. Let's go back up. Grab that. The Jeweler's Orb changes the number of sockets an item has. Is that to go down? Okay. So we need to find out where to go up. Yeah, 58 of them. Glass Blower's Bubble, which will be useful later at the end game. It's not really worth using them in the earlier stages, because you're just going to replace your flasks most of the time. Alright.
It is woman's purpose to tempt and try the will of man.
So over here, what we're doing is just attacking, trying to stand on like these shocked areas, as it'll make you take way more damage. Ooh, it's getting a little dangerous. Look how much damage we're doing. Wow. That elite just absolutely melted.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
It's really hard to upkeep that tincture. It's almost like a mini game.
The touch of God.
But maybe with some extra like mana leech, we can actually upkeep the tincture the whole time, because that's gonna actually add more damage, to be honest. So it'll be really difficult to keep that up.
The touch of God.
Because the reason why is it drains a percent, and I have a bunch reserved.
This world is an illusion, Exile.
So it's just gonna drain itself out usually. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to fully like use the tincture, but there are some tincture mods that we can get. There's ones where it'll last 6 seconds, and then we can just have it expire, and then it'll still kind of continue. So it is not impossible to actually upkeep it. And we may actually go into that instead of crit. We'll see. So this is like the second form of the boss. It's pretty easy though. So the whole area becomes red. And I saw this like circle the first time I fought him, and I was like, okay, we want to be outside of that, right? No, you want to be inside. So stand inside. And you may see these little patches of shocked ground. He'll shoot out ghosts. He'll usually say something before in the first phase. But I guess we did so much damage that like, our damage is so incredibly good right now. So like we didn't get to really see that effect. But as much as I wouldn't mind using this, I like the movement speed. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, we got immunity to bleed. That's exactly what we want. Sweet. Cool, 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 cool. And then we can pick up the claw. What we're looking for claw is triple elemental damage. This is not too bad. It's giving us, oh, it's just additional physical. Well, this one's only 1 extra element and like 2 resistances, which is kind of bad. So it's like, I don't know, 100 to 180-ish damage. Unfortunately, this is just, it doesn't have the stats to line up. But later, yeah, if we can get a claw to have, it's going to be very, very rare, but we want the claw to roll with like a bunch of different damage. And now we're going to have piercing on 2 targets, which is awesome. I don't know what happened to my flask, but it's gone now. I think I accidentally threw it on the ground. Oh well, doesn't really matter. No biggie. Now we have more room for more movement speed.
I'm not up to that just
Nice. Okay, so we just had lightning strike, so we always want to upgrade that. Now vitality, I might not upgrade that one anymore. I'm kind of running out of like mana, because it's going to keep on taking more and more mana. But it does make the campaign playthrough actually quite easy. Maybe we can drop clarity. Let's see how the performance goes without clarity. I mean, I could probably put 1 point and then I could just drop that thing. And kind of want to. We could do that also. But it seems like our mana's fine. Until we obviously use the tincture, but eventually we're going to also use another 25%. And the reason why we're going to be absorbing another 25% is because of... This is actually not too bad. Oh, it's just gonna, it's gonna drain all of it. So, but what do we have for the regen right now? 38 life per second. It's very, very nice. It just makes a lot of the damage over time abilities in this game just like not affect you at all, which I really like. Am I experiencing crazy loading times? Oh, so Ryzen, remove Vulcan. There's like a bug with it. I actually learned from like the alt chat. People were like crashing. I was also crashing as soon as I got to Act 1, like, and I went to the beach. So yeah, definitely do that. Oh my gosh, this damage is just crazy. Yes, DX12. Yes. That will hopefully fix your issue. What build? So Goose, we're gonna be going Flicker Strike. Probably going Oros Sacrifice. But if we can't apply, I don't know if that still counts as applying Ignite, because you're supposed to instead of Ignite, you apply Scorch, which is objectively better. And the item that we're gonna get, it requires us, I believe, to be level 67 to even equip. And I think Terminus S can be equipped at level 51. So right now we're still using Lightning Strike, but we can go into Flicker Strike because it's just so dang powerful. I'm not going to do that because we're already like an hour in. I try to space these out about an hour-ish each, but sometimes they can be a little bit longer for, you know, kind of doing some more experiments.
I'm watching you.
But that's going to go and wrap it up for part 3, Act 3 of our PoE playthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But anyways, drop a like in your whale, and I'll see you guys in the next part, which we're actually going to go back to Act 3 and do one of the coolest things in the game, and we're going to get a super upgrade for our class. But I'll see you guys on that part very soon. Peace out.